For over 4 decades, Vanna White has been a familiar face on one of America's longest-running and most beloved game shows, Wheel of Fortune. While her job, flipping letters on a game board, may seem simple, it has brought her immense fame and made her a cherished television personality. Working alongside Pat Sajak until his 2024 retirement, White has continued her role under a new contract that extends to the 2025 to 2026 season, with Ryan Seacrest stepping in as host. Despite her glowing public persona, White's life has not been without its hardships. Behind her signature smile, she has endured significant personal tragedies that she has managed to overcome with resilience. In an interview with Closer, White expressed contentment with her current life, supported by friends who describe her as stronger and more tenacious than she appears on screen. Vanna White's life faced a significant challenge when she was just 23. Born in 1957, her early life was marked by her parents' divorce and her upbringing by her mother and stepfather, Herbert White Jr. Her beauty and charisma led her to the world of pageantry and modeling. However, her budding career in Hollywood was overshadowed by personal grief when, in 1979, her mother was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. White returned to North Carolina briefly to be with her before she succumbed to the illness. Her fiancé John Gibson was tragically killed in a plane crash. Vanna White's ascent to stardom on Wheel of Fortune began with her audition on October 5, 1982, and her life seemed filled with promise both professionally and personally. She had recently gotten engaged to John Gibson, an actor known for his roles on The Young and the Restless and other TV series. However, tragedy struck in May 1986 when Gibson was killed in a plane crash, a devastating blow that White described as bringing her to her knees. White shared with People magazine the profound impact this loss had on her at a time when she was enjoying significant professional success. She referred to this period as the peak of Vanna mania, highlighting the cruel juxtaposition of her public acclaim and private sorrow. During this challenging time, the support of Wheel of Fortune viewers who shared their own stories of sudden loss was crucial to her. White found solace in knowing she wasn't alone in her grief, which helped her navigate the painful aftermath of the accident. She experienced a heartbreaking miscarriage. On October 5, 1982, Vanna White's career took a pivotal turn as she auditioned for Wheel of Fortune, a move that would catapult her into television stardom. Alongside her growing fame, she found personal joy and was recently engaged to John Gibson, a promising actor from shows like The Young and the Restless. However, her happiness was abruptly shattered in May 1986 when a tragic plane crash claimed Gibson's life. Recounting the incident to People magazine, White shared the immediate and overwhelming devastation she felt upon hearing the news, describing how she collapsed in despair. During this period of personal tragedy, coinciding with her peak fame, she felt a profound disconnect between her public success and private sorrow. Speaking to Closer, White expressed how the support from Wheel of Fortune viewers, who shared their own stories of sudden loss, was crucial in helping her navigate her grief. This sense of community provided her with the strength to not feel isolated in her suffering, as she realized that others had endured similar heartbreak. She divorced George Santopietro after 11 years. Vanna White and her husband, George Santopietro, experienced marital troubles that led to their divorce after 11 years together. The couple, who had 2 children, Nico born in 1994 and Giovanna born in 1997, faced challenges shortly after their second child's birth when rumors of Santopietro's infidelity began to circulate. In 1999, the National Enquirer reported, as noted by Page 6, that Santopietro was allegedly involved with a younger model, 23-year-old Tanya Arbayang, which suggested infidelity on his part. The situation escalated when reports surfaced in 2000 about Santopietro purchasing a nearly $10 million Manhattan penthouse, indicating he might be planning a life apart from White. By 2001, headlines from the star were already hinting at an imminent divorce, framing the situation around alleged cheating and deceptions, and speculating that Santopietro wouldn't receive any financial compensation in the settlement. White, who has maintained a level of privacy about these speculations, officially filed for divorce in June 2002, citing irreconcilable differences and seeking joint custody of their children. Despite the public nature of their issues, White chose to handle the situation with grace, focusing on the well-being of their children rather than engaging in public disputes, as reported by the National Enquirer in 2005. She broke off their engagement with fiancé Michael Kay. Shortly after her divorce, Vanna White found love again with Michael Kay, a businessman from Orange County, California. The couple got engaged in 2004, a commitment they publicly announced using a Wheel of Fortune-themed photo, as reported by the New York Post. Plans for a 2006 wedding seemed on course until, unexpectedly, the relationship unraveled, and the engagement was called off later that year. Despite the initial promise, the couple separated before they could exchange vows, even though they appeared content publicly, with Kay supporting White at her Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. This period of White's life, marked by the dissolution of her marriage followed by a broken engagement, brought profound personal insights. In a 2023 interview with People, White reflected on the importance of self-worth and compatibility in relationships, emphasizing the value of genuine connection over mere companionship. She advised against staying in relationships solely out of loneliness, advocating for personal happiness and authenticity.